Did you know that 1 in 4 deaths worldwide is caused by heart disease? Surprisingly, many people fail to see that a few simple, daily habits can dramatically transform their cardiovascular destiny. Today, you'll discover 10 crucial warning signs that might indicate your heart is missing out on protective lifestyle secrets shared by 3 renowned cardiac specialists. Dr. Harvey Sinclair, recognized for over 30 years in cardiac practice, Dr. James Donovan, a pioneer in heart risk prevention, and Dr. Arthur Wills, with decades of experience in patient-focused cardiology. By the end, you will receive a practical checklist to easily track each sign, either for yourself or a loved one. Before we begin, think of the people closest to you: parents, grandparents, siblings, a spouse, or dear friends. Cardiovascular disease remains the world's leading cause of death, but here's the encouraging news. You can often prevent or manage it by recognizing even a single subtle sign and making small but powerful changes. Sometimes, a seemingly trivial morning habit can make the difference between decades of vibrant heart health and a risky emergency down the road. I'm going to walk you through 10 overlooked warning signs that frequently get ignored. We'll see how each ties into the advice of Dr. Sinclair, Dr. Donovan, and Dr. Wills. Insights that might add precious years to your life. And don't forget, at the very end, there's a special checklist waiting for you, so you can put this knowledge in action immediately. Warning sign 1. Treating mornings as a throwaway. Let's start with a habit that Dr. Harvey Sinclair has upheld throughout his long career: rising early, provided you've had enough sleep. He calls this living 2 days in one, using quiet morning hours to jumpstart productivity and well-being. Yet many people overlook the powerful link between a solid night's rest, an intentional early start, and improved heart health. By staying up late or drastically cutting down on sleep, you lose a golden opportunity to set a balanced tone for the entire day. Why might this matter? Regulated biological clock. Going to bed around 10 or 11 p.m. and waking up earlier helps stabilize cortisol, the stress hormone. This keeps blood pressure in check and often prevents late-night junk food cravings that can spike cholesterol. Less late-night snacking. A consistent evening routine reduces the chance of midnight snacking. Over time, that translates to lower LDL bad cholesterol and steadier blood sugar, both essential for a healthy heart. Enhanced mental clarity. Early risers often feel more focused, which lowers daily stress accumulation. Less stress means relaxed arteries and a stronger cardiovascular system overall. A quick example: one of Dr. Sinclair's longtime patients had wildly fluctuating blood pressure. After shifting her bedtime earlier by 45 minutes and getting up at dawn, her readings stabilized within 2 weeks. She also began planning her meals ahead and sneaking in a brief stretch, both of which help support a healthier heart. Mini challenge. Try going to bed 30 minutes earlier tonight and see if you can wake up 30 minutes earlier tomorrow. Notice how it affects your mood and energy levels. Your heart might thank you. Warning sign 2. Drinking coffee on an empty stomach. Moving on. Dr. James Donovan strongly cautions against coffee first thing in the morning without any food. Many treat it as normal, but he believes this habit raises heart risks over time. Imagine pouring highly acidic liquid into an empty stomach. It might offer a quick energy boost, but it can disrupt both your digestive system and cardiovascular balance in the long run. What's happening here? Acidity spike. Coffee on an empty stomach significantly raises acid levels, potentially leading to gastritis or reflux, and triggering stress responses that push up blood pressure. Blood pressure jolt. Caffeine without accompanying nutrients can cause abrupt blood pressure spikes. If you're already prone to hypertension, these jolts can be particularly harmful. Erratic blood sugar. Coffee alone can temporarily reduce insulin sensitivity, causing highs and lows in blood sugar. Over time, this roller coaster strains the heart and may speed up arterial damage. A real-life story. Dr. Donovan remembers a patient in her 40s who had daily morning palpitations and mild tremors. The culprit? 2 cups of strong coffee right after waking. By simply adding a small, heart-friendly breakfast first, like oatmeal and fruit, she saw her palpitations fade and her blood pressure stabilize within a month. Key benefit: swapping that coffee-only routine for a light meal means more balanced blood sugar and less strain on your heart. One small change, big payoff. Warning sign 3. Ignoring a simple glass of warm water at dawn. One of the most effortless rituals Dr. Arthur Wills advises is drinking a glass of warm water immediately upon waking. He views it as a gentle yet potent way to ready your cardiovascular system for the day. Unfortunately, many jump right from bed to coffee or sugary drinks, missing the chance to hydrate and revitalize themselves first. Why does this help? Hydration boost. After a full night's sleep, your cells are somewhat dehydrated. Warm water helps thin the blood slightly, promoting smoother circulation and easing the load on your heart. Better digestion. A hydrated system in the morning aids digestion, preventing constipation and other GI stressors that can indirectly elevate blood pressure. Improved absorption. Drinking water before breakfast often boosts nutrient absorption, ensuring vital vitamins and minerals reach cells that keep your heart and arteries strong. A success story. Dr. Wills mentions a fellow clinician who woke up dizzy and nauseous most mornings. By placing a glass of warm water on the nightstand and sipping it the moment he woke, the dizziness vanished and he noticed less upper body tension. Clear signs of reduced cardiovascular strain. Speaking of simple changes, let's explore another everyday routine that might dramatically shift your heart health. Warning sign 4. Skipping a brief morning exercise routine. Dr. Harvey Sinclair, like many top cardiologists, emphasizes light morning exercise, not an intense workout, but just enough to wake up muscles, gently lift heart rate, and encourage healthy circulation. People often skip this due to time or lack of awareness, yet only a few minutes can produce powerful improvements over time. Hidden benefits. Oxygen delivery. Gentle stretching or a short walk helps your heart distribute oxygen-rich blood more effectively, potentially lowering your resting heart rate over weeks or months. Hormonal balance. Moderate morning activity regulates cortisol. Excess cortisol can inflame arteries, leading to plaque formation, so keeping it in check is crucial for a healthy heart. Metabolic kickstart. Movement signals your metabolism to speed up, supporting weight management, a key factor in preventing issues like hypertension or high cholesterol. Illustrative example. A middle-aged patient of Sinclair's complained of fatigue and borderline high blood pressure. She started a 6-minute stretch and walk routine every morning, focusing on her legs, core, and a brief lap outside. Within 6 weeks, she felt more energized and saw a 5 to 10 point drop in her systolic blood pressure. Key benefit. Even a tiny dose of morning movement can set you up for a day of better circulation and a calmer mind. Warning sign 5. Overlooking the power of a simple smile. A seemingly tiny tip from Dr. James Donovan is to smile at yourself in the mirror after you've had water and a quick warm-up. Although it might sound trivial, it can spark biochemical shifts that lower tension throughout the day, tension that directly impacts your heart's workload. Why it's more than just a gesture. Hormone regulation. Smiling, even if forced, stimulates dopamine and serotonin production. These feel-good chemicals counter cortisol's damaging effects, helping keep blood vessels relaxed. Positive feedback loop. Kicking off your day with a small positive act frames how you handle stressors, which lowers cardiac strain in the long run. Emotional resilience. Donovan's patients who adopt micro-rituals like smiling or speaking a short affirmation often report fewer episodes of anxiety, an established trigger for irregular heart rhythms. Real outcome. He recalls a late 50s patient who faced morning anxiety and occasional palpitations. Trying the mirror smile routine every day for 3 weeks gave her a mood lift, and she reported fewer daytime palpitations and tension headaches, indications of more stable cardiovascular function. If any of these tips resonate with you, hit the like button or leave a comment. Your story might encourage someone else to adopt these heart-healthy habits. Warning sign 6. undervaluing a hearty, balanced breakfast. Dr. Arthur Wills calls breakfast the cornerstone of heart health. However, busy schedules lead many to skip it entirely or rely on sugary, processed foods that can cause unstable blood sugar, erratic energy, and strong cravings that spike cholesterol and blood pressure. Why it matters: stable blood sugar. A balanced breakfast with complex carbs like oatmeal and protein, eggs, beans, or tofu prevents major glucose and insulin swings, sparing your heart from unnecessary stress. Long-term satiety. Nutritious morning meals curb midday cravings, pastries, sugary coffees, or other empty calorie traps that escalate cardiovascular risk. Nutrient intake. Breakfast is the perfect time to ingest key vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Berries, nuts, seeds, or leafy greens supply antioxidants and healthy fats that fortify arteries. A typical Wills-approved plate: oatmeal with berries, or a drizzle of honey for fiber and antioxidants. A portion of lean protein, eggs, or a plant-based option. Water or herbal tea instead of plain coffee, reducing acidity and promoting hydration. Wills notes that even a small bowl of whole grain cereal with fruit is far better for heart health than no breakfast at all. Why this matters: skipping breakfast can lead to energy crashes, overeating later, and extra strain on your heart. One quick meal in the morning can set a healthier tone for the rest of the day. Warning sign 7. Relying on extreme diets or overindulgences. Though Dr. Harvey Sinclair once tested strict eating regimens in his youth, he ultimately promotes moderation. Overly restrictive or wildly unbalanced diets can overload your system, whether through severe calorie cuts or excessive intake of heavily processed foods. Potential pitfalls. Metabolic confusion. Cutting out entire macronutrient groups without medical supervision can trigger deficits in minerals vital to heart function, like potassium or magnesium. Digestive overload. Overconsuming high-fat, high-sugar foods spikes LDL, bad cholesterol, triglycerides, and blood pressure, all combining into a perfect storm for coronary artery disease. Yo-yo effect. Rapid weight gain and loss strain the heart via abrupt changes in hormone levels, blood volume, and heart muscle efficiency. Sinclair's final word. He recommends a well-balanced plate: half vegetables, 1/4 lean protein, and 1/4 complex carbs. This approach nourishes the heart with key nutrients while dodging the pitfalls of trendy diets or binges. Try this. For your next meal, fill half your plate with veggies. Notice how much more satiated you feel and how your body reacts over the next few hours. Warning sign 8. Dismissing the value of a daily walk. Dr. Arthur Wills extols the benefits of a daily walk, which he believes is just as impactful as more formal workouts for heart health and longevity. In a world dominated by desk jobs and screen time, many people forget how transformative a simple walk can be. Why walking works. Circulation boost. Consistent walking improves blood flow through the legs, pelvis, and abdomen, encouraging your heart to work effectively with less strain. Low impact. Unlike intense running or weightlifting, walking is gentle on joints, making it suitable for a wide range of ages and fitness levels. Mind-body harmony. A walk can double as moving meditation, lowering stress hormones and promoting mental clarity. Reduced stress means relaxed arteries and lower blood pressure overall. A personal twist. Will suggests varying your pace during a 30-minute walk. Start slowly, switch to a brisk stride for a couple of minutes, then revert to a moderate pace. This interval pattern subtly challenges the cardiovascular system without overdoing it. Key benefit. Even short walks can help clear your mind and keep your heart active. Try scheduling just 15 minutes after lunch or dinner to see how it boosts your energy and mood. Warning sign 9. Viewing stress as inevitable rather than manageable. Dr. James Donovan famously calls chronic stress the invisible anchor dragging the heart down. If you're often overwhelmed or racing against time, it's a prime sign of potential heart trouble. Chronic stress keeps you in a fight or flight state that hammers the heart over and over. What's really going on? Cortisol overload. Elevated cortisol causes blood vessels to tighten, driving up blood pressure. Over the years, it promotes arterial inflammation, plaque, and possibly arrhythmias. Unhealthy coping. Many fight stress by binging on sugary snacks or alcohol, piling on additional heart risks. Others fall into sedentary habits that worsen cardiovascular markers. Emotional exhaustion. Feeling drained triggers a vicious cycle. Lack of motivation, poor sleep, and limited exercise. Each factor slowly erodes the heart's resilience. Patient highlight. Donovan recounts a busy executive who experienced frequent chest tightness. The root cause? Extreme stress. By scheduling quick fun breaks daily, like journaling or watching a comedy clip, and practicing mindfulness, she saw a noticeable drop in blood pressure and felt far less anxious. Think about it. Stress can be a loud alarm bell. Brainstorm one stress relief activity, reading, a quick call with a friend, or even a gratitude list, and do it daily for a week. Watch how it affects your mood and heart rate. Warning sign 10, underestimating a plant-heavy diet. Though each doctor has a unique perspective, all three, Sinclair, Donovan, and Wills, agree that emphasizing plant-based or plant-forward meals is one of the best safeguards for heart health. This doesn't mean you must be strictly vegan. Simply increase your ratio of plants while cutting back on saturated animal fats. Why a plant-focused pattern helps. Arterial cleanliness. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and legumes help prevent plaque buildup. Antioxidants produce combat oxidative stress linked to heart disease. Longevity factor. Large-scale research connects high plant consumption to lower rates of stroke, heart attack, and overall mortality. Plant-forward eaters commonly maintain stable blood pressure and cholesterol. Calorie efficiency. Most plant foods are nutrient-dense yet lower in calories, letting you feel satisfied without over-consuming. This fosters a healthy waistline and a robust heart. Typical day's menu, inspired by their teachings. Morning. Whole grain cereal or oatmeal with almond or soy milk, fresh berries, and a handful of nuts. Midday. A hearty salad loaded with greens, beans, seeds, and a modest portion of lean protein if desired. Evening. Steamed or roasted veggies with lentil or bean soup, served alongside brown rice or quinoa, plus herbs for flavor. Practical tip. Challenge yourself to add one extra serving of vegetables to each meal this week. You might be surprised by how much more energetic you feel. Recap of the 10 signs. Not embracing an early, well-rested start. Downing coffee on an empty stomach. Skipping warm water upon waking. Avoiding brief morning exercise. Overlooking the mirror smile. Missing a balanced, nutritious breakfast. Swinging between overindulgence and extreme diets. Ignoring the simplicity of a daily walk. Accepting chronic stress as normal. Underrating a plant-focused diet. Even if just one of these points rings a bell, it's a clear indicator that your day-to-day habits might be quietly undermining your heart health. Each warning sign directly connects to consistent practices that can either strengthen or gradually weaken your cardiovascular well-being. Why heart issues arise and who's at greatest risk. Heart disease generally starts when arteries become narrowed by plaque, inflammation, or high blood pressure, weakening heart function and blocking blood flow. Over time, these untreated risks can lead to heart attacks, strokes, or chronic heart failure. Contributing factors. Family history. Inherited predisposition may require earlier or more frequent health screenings. Diet and lifestyle. High sugar, high salt, and heavily processed foods accelerate artery damage. Obesity. Excess body weight elevates blood volume and pressure, forcing the heart to work harder. Smoking and alcohol overuse. Both damage blood vessels and raise blood pressure, heightening heart strain. Unmanaged stress. Persistent tension fuels inflammation and cortisol production, paving the way for irregular heart rhythms and arterial issues. Prevention and early detection tips. No single strategy is foolproof, but these can significantly lower your risk or spotlight early heart problems before they become severe. Adopt heart-healthy eating. Prioritize vegetables, fruits, legumes, whole grains, nuts, and lean proteins. Limit sugary snacks, refined carbs, and processed meats. Daily activity. Start with light morning stretches or a 30-minute walk. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. Mind your weight. Losing just 5 to 10% of extra body fat can stabilize blood pressure and cholesterol. Focus on portion control over extreme restriction. Regular screenings. Monitor your cholesterol, blood sugar, and blood pressure. Consider an EKG or stress test if you have a strong family history. Stress management. Try mindfulness, humor, nature walks, or social support. Professional help, therapy, or counseling can be life-changing if anxiety is high. Recap of the 10 warning signs. Neglecting mornings. Coffee on an empty stomach. No warm water ritual. Zero morning movement. Not smiling in the mirror. Skipped or poor quality breakfast. Extreme diets or overindulgence. No daily walk. Accepting chronic stress. Limited plant foods in your diet. Each sign signals that your heart may be experiencing avoidable strain. Don't dismiss them as minor habits or just how life is. Tackling these patterns early can open up better treatment options, boost your overall wellness, and extend your lifespan. Practical checklist. Here's a simple checklist to help you or someone you love keep track of heart-healthy progress. Check these items regularly to see where you stand. Sleep and wake cycle. Are you going to bed and rising early enough to feel genuinely rested? Morning beverage. Do you drink water before coffee to prevent acidity and blood pressure spikes? Warm water upon waking. Do you keep a glass of warm water nearby to hydrate right away? Short exercise. Are you stretching or walking for a few minutes each morning to jumpstart circulation? Smile ritual. Have you tried smiling at yourself in the mirror to encourage a positive outlook? Balanced breakfast. Are you including whole grains, proteins, and healthy fats to power your morning? Moderation in diet. Do you avoid extreme diets and manage portions to prevent binge eating? Daily walk. Have you planned or completed a 30-minute walk? Mixing different paces? Stress relief. Are you managing stress with journaling, humor, mindfulness, or other coping techniques? Plant-forward meals. Are you incorporating vegetables, fruits, legumes, and grains into your main dishes? If you see consistent gaps in these habits, consider consulting a healthcare professional. Basic blood tests and EKG or imaging can reveal if you're at increased risk. Remember, small daily decisions can shape your heart's future more than any one medication ever could. Final thoughts. Heart disease remains a top health threat worldwide, but awareness and consistent lifestyle actions are your best defense. Today, we covered 10 often overlooked signs closely connected to the principles championed by Dr. Harvey Sinclair, Dr. James Donovan, and Dr. Arthur Wills. Even embracing just one or two of these practices can move you closer to a stronger cardiovascular system. Share this video with friends or family who might benefit. Comment below if any sign resonated with you, or if you made any changes that helped your heart health. Your story might inspire someone else to take that vital step. Stay informed. Consider subscribing for more heart-friendly tips, nutrition advice, and overall wellness strategies. And most importantly, subscribe to Dr. Health to stay on top of the latest breakthroughs, simple health rituals, and expert insights that can keep your heart in optimal shape. Remember, even the tiniest step can have a massive impact on your future well-being. Thank you for watching, and here's to a healthier, more vibrant heart.